Peace, peace, peace. Osio, Shalom, Hotel, Namaste, Salam Alaikum, Mahalo, or whatever greeting fit your comfort zone. You hear me? I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all. Radiating, operating, vibrating, being the highest emanation of your best self. And once again, for no reason at all. Because you don't need a reason. Feeling good is feeling God. And if you who you say you is, you worthy of that. Well, aren't you? Yeah, it's deep. It's deep. I was seeking out an expert because we got so many experts around. Hypothetically speaking, I was seeking out an expert. And I realized in a world where everybody an expert, if I really needed an expert, it ain't no expert to be found in what I'm doing. And it probably ain't no expert to be found in what you doing. Because, especially if you here, because and what I'm doing is taking place in myself. Message. If you hear what you doing, it's taking place in yourself. Now, is there an expert for what's taking place in yourself? Because most of the experts flip inside out theyself. See? So, the only thing that an expert that's flipped inside out theyself could do for me is nothing. The only thing that an expert that's flipped inside out theyself can do for you is nothing. But if you flipped out outside yourself, see, they're going to do everything they can in order to draw you in. Message. I say that to say, regardless of what side of the line you on, you can still learn from a crash dummy. And for those of us who still being one, then somebody observing, learning from you. You hear me? Yeah. I say that because it took a lot of self-work to say I ain't on the same side of life that I started from. And since I know that don't speak only for me, if that resonate with you, drop a 1 in the comment section. You hear me? Drop a 1 in the comment section. Because transformation much more than mental. Transformation is much more than emotional. Transformation is much more than spiritual. It's internal. It's structural. You know? Like, when you rearranging furniture in the house, you're rearranging the inner structure of the house just by shifting the furniture. Walk with me. You hear me? You know? How do you know if your transformation is effective? If you can't see external, if you don't see external results yet. And I'm speaking of this because we're gonna need to know how to pay attention to what we're feeling over what's appearing, in case the external manifestations that we've been calling, that we've been decreeing, that we've been praying, that we've been proclaiming, or whatever it is we doing, you know, hasn't come in yet. You're gonna have to hold that space on the higher vibration of what you're feeling until everything else fall into place. So a reason for us to be able to observe ourselves or grade ourselves in this process, or to allow us an opportunity to grade ourselves in this process, I'm going to present to us a few questions before I go further into the message. How much stuff used to make sense to you that no longer do? I'm giving you an opportunity to grade yourself, because I ain't here to judge you. You hear me? How many conversations that was once exciting to you seem distant and foreign now, to the point that certain conversations is irritable or unbearable to who you're becoming? How many of us used to love the going to work and the sense of freedom that came with it? Even if you self-employed, you hear me? And I ain't judging the type of job that you get your money on, you hear me? But how many of y'all used to love going to work and the sense of freedom that came with it, even if you self-employed? Now, how many of us same people that work feel like a prison to you? What happened? What changed? Frequency. Frequency. That's what changed, your frequency. And when your frequency changed, or when frequency changed, everything vibrating less than the new frequency that has been brought online, start causing friction energetically, emotionally, and physically. Now, we all been through this enough to a point that we should have an awareness of it, or we should be getting reflections based off what me speaking to it. But all of us don't been through it, even if we don't recognize it. But I speak to this is because it's the same reason that if you have made certain growths, if you made certain healings, if you made certain evolutions within yourself, you can't be in certain environments no more. You can't be in environments that you outgrew and not expect to get what come with it. See? You can't be around the same people no more if you don't outgrew them. Not outgrew them, but outgrew what came with them, the frequency they on. You can't be around them type of people no more and not get what come with them. Not find yourself in the same situations, circumstances, tug of wars that you got familiar with and thought it was normal. I say this because it's not that you become better or I become better, you know, or that we better, you know, or that people are intolerable or that we are intolerable, you know. It's just that through growth, through healing, through self-work, through shadow work, through whatever you know it as, self-improvement, through that process, we start to realize that it's a vibrational incompatibility going on. Wherever it's going on at, it's vibrational incompatibility making itself known through our surface experiences. Why do I point this out? Because growth and healing don't push you out of the world. You know, we hear the term be in the world but not of it. Growth and healing don't push you out of the world. We still here. We been here. You hear me? Healing and growth push out the versions of ourselves that tolerate the things that was draining us in the first place. I repeat, healing and growth don't push you out the world. Healing and growth push out the versions of yourself that tolerate the things that be draining you in the first place. Feel better now, don't it? It's light. See, you did the work. You lighter than you ever been. You so light that you don't know what to do with the space that you don't create it for yourself. But that's why I'm speaking to what I'm speaking to. You see, because if you haven't started filling in that space that you don't create it for yourself, you're gonna have to hold that space that you don't create it for yourself until you can fill it in with what you don't create it for yourself. Walk with me, because if you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. See, I say this to say, don't fall back into familiar patterns, because your visions haven't came into your 3D reality, your earth reality. Hold the space. Hold the space. If you put in the work, you're going to have to hold the space. It's the test. This is the test. Hold the space. See? Don't fall back into familiar patterns. Not if you outgrow them. But you will be tested to see. It's not by mistake. You see? And it's not by an external design. You designing it for yourself through your frequency, through your vibration, through your resonance, or lack of. You see? See, when you step into your truth, you don't lose people. I'm gonna give y'all game, man. I'm gonna give y'all some game, man. When you, you hear me? Step into your truth. You don't lose people. This shit set up designed to make us think that. You know, but for those of us who have stepped into their truth, you realize you didn't lose people. You ain't lose no one. You shed the people who needed you powerless. The only people no longer around is the people who, for whatever reason, felt that they needed to see us powerless, and in most cases, whether it's known to us or not, did everything to make sure that happened. But by the fact that I'm still here, I guess y'all know. You hear me? See, some people gotta learn the hard way. You heard? But we in a world that wanna make us think. We in a world that wanna make us feel we behind because we don't follow the trends. We don't follow the crowd, and we move to the beat of our own drum. But I'm here as a reminder. We ahead. We ahead. Not ahead. We ahead in the game. You hear me? And we not only reclaiming our divine identity, we want everything that come with it. I don't know who I'm talking for outside of myself. I don't know who I'm talking to outside of myself. You see? See, the truth is, for who I am talking to, the truth is, we stepped into a level of self-awareness most people never reach. I don't feel like I'm reaching by saying that. You hear me? We step into a level of self-awareness that most people never reach. Not this round. Not this lifetime. Not because they can't. Not because they won't. Not because they ain't got it in them to do it. But because they ain't choose to. They ain't choose to. You hear me? We stepped into a level of self-awareness most people never reach because they too afraid to confront the parts of they self that we already start facing. That's why I say we're gonna hear a lot of people in 2026 trying to cover shit we already don't cover. 2024, 2025, when we on some whole other, we're on a whole different aspect of our healing in 2026. We want to see the fruits of our labor in 2026. You hear me? and I'm a life path 8, so I came here to get the bag. You heard? You see? As designed for me. Cause I don't want what's for nobody else. Cause I don't want the struggle that come with them. Message: stay in your own lane. You hear me? If you resonate with what I'm saying, you already ahead of the curve. All you gotta do is watch the road, baby. You hear me? All you gotta do is watch the road, bro. You heard? And keep carrying that light that others haven't discovered in themselves. Keep expanding that light that others haven't discovered in themselves. You hear me? But watch the road. You know, we're not supposed to fit in. You know, and we ain't got no business still trying to fit in into the same environments where the old trauma, you know, was created. I repeat. We're not supposed to still be trying to fit in into the same environments where the old trauma was created. We're here to grow beyond it. You hear me? We're here to grow beyond it. And that's the test for those, you know, and that's the test for those who ready to stop tricking themselves. See, that was the test for me when I was ready to stop tricking myself. Because I'm not excluded. You hear me? But regardless of that, where we stand today, you know, and for those who stand with me and where I am today, in reflection to how you see yourself, we will continue to merge into versions of ourselves that no influence can reach. And in that, we already won. We already won. You know? And it's more than thinking it. It's more than saying it. You know? Move like it. Act like it. And live like it. That's the test. The day of appearances, the power of appearances and the illusions that came with them is over with. You see, if you gon' snatch the curtain off this, you gon' snatch the curtain off this shit. That's exactly what you gon' have to do. Snatch the curtain off this shit. Because consciousness is the only reality, no matter what we call it. With that, feel good for no reason at all. If you haven't, you know what to do. You know what to do. You see, we ain't playing, but we can have a little fun in this shit. If you ain't hit the like button by now, if you know, smash that like, you can smash the dislike. Just make yourself accounted for. You know, you feel led to share the video, share the video. If it reach you, it can reach somebody else too. You know, so forth and so on. We all know how it go. You hear me? Until we do it again, I'm known as Sawu. Be you how you be you. CCN, BCU. I love y'all. Peace.